Hello, I'm David Headley, and this is Using and Interpreting Statistics, a practical text for the behavioral, social, and health sciences. Chapter 5, Overcoming Obstacles, Answers to Frequently Asked Questions. Chapter 6, Leading PD for Adults. Chapter 5, Overcoming Obstacles. There are 4 components to data-driven instruction: data-driven culture, assessment, analysis, and action. Data-driven culture are the action steps that we'll take that include training the leadership team and making time for everything they're going to need to do. Number 2 are the assessments tied to TEKS that can be compiled into data easily. Analysis, review, and see how effective we are and where adjustments need to be done. Action, targeting, and making changes. Overcoming obstacles. Assessments. There are 2 kinds of assessments that we'll talk about today. Formative, which is quick, and they are not as effective at gauging retention. Formative assessments are in the moment checks for understanding, dipsticking, do nows, exit tickets, quizzes, etc. There is no end to the times when teachers can use such assessments. Interim assessments. The difference between interim assessments and formative in the moment assessments is the scope. Interim assessments cover all material taught up to that point, whereas formative assessments can look at any subset of what has been taught. Therefore, a unit test that only assesses standards from Unit 2 and not Unit 1 cannot be an adequate interim assessment. This was a very useful part of Chapter 5, Overcoming Obstacles. 2 slides ago, I broke down the 4 components. These are the subsets of those components. An active leadership team, introductory professional development, calendar, ongoing professional development, build by borrowing, common interim, transparent starting point, alignment with state and college, aligned to instructional sequence, reassesses. What to do when there's a 2 continued, immediate turnaround, simple data reports, teacher owned, test in hand, deep analysis, reteach, 6-week action plan, ongoing assessment, follow-up accountability, engaged students. Chapter 6, Leading PD for Adults. The qualities of an effective PD are in fact remarkably straightforward. Effective PD responds to a real need revealed by data. In the case of my PD, I sent out a survey and chose a PD based on a real need that my teachers and administrative staff both agreed upon. Effective PD gives participants time to participate the skills they'll need to succeed. I'd like to highlight that perfect practice is required. 5 frequent errors associated with adult PD. Teaching by talking, treating adults primarily by I do, we do, you do, not specifically targeting leaders, struggling to structure large group sharing, poorly planning transitions, and time management. I feel that these are all things that people commonly do. Leading PD for adults. Your PD is only as powerful as what you practice. Narrow the focus of your PD. What do I want them to practice? If you want a teacher to get it, let them see it. If you name what you see it more clearly. Make the complicated simple and the simple powerful. And that is the end of my presentation.